We're moving into user management next. Again, everything I'm going to show you in this recording should be automated using your SSO integration. Okay? Using your SSO integration. SAML 2.0, if I select this add SAML integration, I can come in here, specify the name, specify login, logout, certificates, move next to the authorization, attribute mapping, and so on. Personally, I'm not an expert in SSO integration, right? So those of you who are more of an expert in this type of integration, you should be able to identify and recognize all of these different uh, fields, okay, and the values that they require, okay? All right, let's cancel from here, and we're going to start with teams. And I want you to pay attention to the only attribute that is associated with a team, right? That means groups. This is the name of the team. This is the group of the team, or the group that is associated with the team. What is a team? All right, a team is a construct within the no-name platform, so you can associate members or individuals who access the no-name platform that require the same type of access. That's what a team is there for. And its only attribute is the group. So my good people, in addition to using groups in order to be able to organize your APIs and identify your APIs, you can also use groups in order to control access. And the use case I would like to solve next, and I will demonstrate, I will show you how you can solve this use case, is I would like us to limit, I would like us to get MuleSoft developers, right, to have access only to the MuleSoft APIs. I'll correct myself, read-only access to the MuleSoft APIs, so that they can assist me in the debugging process. I'm going to tell you right now, debugging incidents in particular is hard. And I do not expect a security professional who's operating under the no-name platform to be able to complete the debugging process from A to Z. It's not going to happen. Debugging incidents, the security vulnerabilities, is a group effort. Okay? So you need a way to give access to your devs to the corresponding to the APIs they own so they can help you out. Okay? So let's go back to the settings. Let's go back to user management and let's create a team. I'm going to call the team MuleSoft Devs. And as you can see, I have another attribute that relates to groups. And I'm going to check MuleSoft. I can also search for it. I can say Mule. Here it is. I'm only going to be presented with the matches. The rest you can ignore. Application is used for active testing. This is unrelated to APIs. This is related to more of an environment level findings and incidents, so we can ignore them. That's the only thing I want you to do. Set up the team title, set up the group, and click save. And right now, you have MuleSoft devs, root MuleSoft. Okay. Good. The team is done. Let's go to the roles. What is a role? A role is a set of permissions that identify a job function. That's what a role is. It's a set of permissions grouped together to identify a job function. Okay. There's 3 out-of-the-box roles: contributor, admin, and viewer. You have no edit access to these out of the box, even though this pencil with the edit tooltip tells you so. If I select any one of these and I expand the corresponding sections, read only, I cannot change anything. There's nothing I can do. Okay. This is an annoyance. It's going to take a while to get fixed. Okay. The other thing you can do is create a role. If I create a role, I can go here and I can specify the name, I can specify the description, and then I can go and check the appropriate permission, the appropriate access for that specific permission. Okay? Support settings, licenses, quick start, audit log, management APIs, and so on. Security, another set of permissions, and so on. Okay? So you have all kind of different permissions that control the level of access you have in the corresponding sections, right? There is a fairly extensive list of what the permissions do under documentation, right? And you can go and inspect it all there. I'm not going to go ahead and explain to you what every single permission does, at least not for the purpose of this course. All right. So again, I'm not interested in creating a brand new role. I'm just showing you how you can do it. What I'm interested in is reusing this viewer role, because as I mentioned, the use case we're trying to solve is give access to the no-name platform, give read-only access to the no-name platform, only to the APIs that MuleSoft developers have created. That's it. Okay. Service accounts, I'm going to mention it in passing. This is where you come in here, you set up tokens for applications that require to integrate with an online platform to receive data, send data, and so on. Okay, that's what it's used for. As you can see, we got none outside our scope. Let's go under users. Right, under users is where you bring together roles and teams. Okay, you only have one user, admin@acme.com, so we're going to be creating one more. We're going to give it the name viewer at acme.com. I'm going to give it a job title, the MuleSoft developer or software developer. And we're going to select the appropriate team, which is MuleSoft Devs. And of course, we need the right permission, viewer. And we're going to click save. Now you're going to get a magic link. You're going to get a pop-up. It's going to be present you with a magic link. I want you to copy this link. And I want you to open an incognito, a private window, whichever way it's called on your browser. New incognito window. And we're going to paste. This is a magic link because it contains in the invitation query parameter a JWT, a JSON Web Token. Here's the header, here's the payload, here's the signature. Okay, we're going to press enter. We're going to provide a password. I'm going to use the same exact password like for admin. That is no name one exclamation, and I'm going to go ahead and repeat no name one exclamation like this. And I'm going to register. As soon as I register, I also automatically get logged in. And right now I'm pretending I am a MuleSoft developer having read-only access to the MuleSoft APIs. And I can see all that because the numbers are different, right? The numbers are different as compared to what we were seeing before. I can actually expand the groups, this angle bracket pointing to the right, and I can see that the only group I have access to is MuleSoft. I don't have access to any other group. If I go under inventory, you will see I only have access to 10 APIs, one host. If I go under settings, you will see a much more abbreviated version of, let's click got it again, much more abbreviated versions of the options under settings. And if I select user management, there's nothing for me to do, right? Nothing for me to do. There's no buttons, nothing at all. Okay. And this is, my good people, how you go about to set up to limit access to a subset of your APIs to a subset of your users. Okay. All right. We don't need this anymore. We're never gonna come back to this account yet again, so we can close it. We can go and close the invitation pop-up. And with this, we have concluded this section of the course. Okay, section end. Talk to you in the next.